This is about Doja Cat, and I think that we're gonna see her like team up with Jeffree Star once she escapes the Illuminati. I just wanted to explore the conspiracy theory.
The team up we didn't know we needed.
Yeah, that's the iconic duo that we didn't know we needed, Doja Cat and Jeffree Star. But there's a running conspiracy theory, if you can call it that Doja Cat is part of the Illuminati and is performing occult humiliation rituals on the public stage, and we're all just watching it happen. In front of our very eyes.
It's like the Satanists. They get off on performing the acts in front of you, making you complicit.
I mean,
so you're complicit.
So like
in her initiation.
Remember the Andrew Tate theory that the Balenciaga thing was about Satanists working out their karmic retribution, which is that they have to show you what they're doing in order for it to not have a negative reaction on them. Doja Cat has all but said, like, I am in the Illuminati. I'm a verified member of the Illuminati. Like, let's show some videos from TikTok, because this is mostly come from TikTok instead of from like mainstream publications.
This one?
This comes from her Instagram Live.
This one.
Libra, thank you so much for your time. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Doja's vibes lately, it's giving humiliation phase.
Yeah, there she has like the bruise on her eye.
Like, the phases
and
of
missing
like
teeth.
Indoctrination into like the secret societies, whatever. Check out down here where I've referenced many times before in full screen videos,
so they can see the cake.
Glitches in
oh no, you have to log in.
Celebrities. And we've seen it time and time again with people like Katy Perry, just like this recent glitch. Celebrities go through this kind of like phase.
Or they do a lot of drugs.
Symbolism on Doja's 27 cake. Girl made it past the 27 club and had an eyes wide shut themed birthday party, which if you haven't seen it contains so much symbolism. But this Freemason freaking Illuminati cake, what? Guests coming like this? Tell me I'm...
You can't see because it's cut off in the frame right now. At her party, they were all wearing like masquerades and cloaks, and that birthday cake that was for her 27th birthday had the Eye of Horus and the symbol of Freemasonry on it in black and gold.
It's just art nerds, dude.
Freemasonry is not a cult. Like,
I mean, I would say there were more occult aspects to it hundreds of years ago than there are today.
It's also, there was a really funny thing that said,
just like,
when you look it up, it says the secretive group known as the Freemasons. I'm like, so secret that literally everyone knows that it's a group.
Well, I think this is more like Jeffree Star was referring to the Illuminati, where it's like sort of a working colloquial nickname for Hollywood elite secret or semi-secret societies, which I think anyone can admit do exist. And there are things you have to do in order to be initiated into them.
So is Jay-Z like a main member now since he does the...
Right. Like I was thinking about Jay-Z and Beyonce. The fact that
Travis
they
Scott?
semi-jokingly admitted to being in this so-called Illuminati, even in Beyonce's song Formation, there was that lyric that was like, y'all haters corny with that Illuminati shit. Because she's making fun of it, but almost... it feels like Doja Cat jokes about this to the point where it's weirder than if she just brushed it off. Like, let's watch this part from her Instagram
I think
Live.
if she just brushed it off, that would be the evidence that like this feels like she's actually. So you think she's like playing it off like it's like a double negative? Like if I pretend like I'm part of it, it's because I'm actually part
making
of it?
fun of anyone who points out that you might be involved in some shady stuff, but like to an obsessive
so
degree
we're
where it's
watching
your birthday party theme.
This one here.
Yeah.
All right. It's just art nerds, I think. It's just art nerds.
They gave me one too many dirty martinis yesterday.
Wait, go back to the beginning of the video.
I'm all fucked up.
Brett.
What?
It's where she admits that she's in the Illuminati.
I wish I knew you wanted... Yes, I joined the Illuminati. They gave me one too many dirty martinis yesterday.
Yeah, I don't think that's serious.
So now I'm all fucked up.
It's just art nerds.
Play the rest of it. Play the rest of it.
I didn't know it was a plan from the start.
She just seems out of her gourd.
Those crafty
Drugs.
motherfuckers.
and she looks unrecognizable as herself.
What does she look like
typically?
When she started her career, she looked really great. I think she's an attractive lady, and she's shaved her head a la Britney. She's bleached her eyebrows.
Yeah, it's like she looks really weird.
I know she's kidding. I'm not saying she's not kidding. I'm saying when you joke about something to the point where you're the only one bringing it up, it's more sus than if you just lived your life like normal. And then there's that photo of her, or like many photos of her at that red carpet event where she was wearing this fake bruise makeup on her eye and fake missing teeth, which is something that is known to be, or like at least rumored to be, a common humiliation ritual in secret societies in both politics and Hollywood. And then I also wanted to mention that...
But she shaved her eyebrows on Instagram Live, right? Isn't she just kind of going through her own like early midlife crisis? Like,
well, I'm
a famous Hollywood celebrity. Look at me, I'm weird.
Whether Doja Cat is doing occult humiliation rituals or not, she's very clearly embarrassing herself publicly quite often, and if drugs are involved, that could be part of the story, but like it's not normal behavior to choose to look ugly when you are an attractive young woman.
Do you think the handlers of these people are the ones making these Illuminatic decisions for their outfits and stuff?
We know that handlers are a thing. We know
Kanye West.
Harley Pasternak exists.
Right.
Those text messages have not been falsified.
So I would say I
believe
it's like
that they're
them
real.
kind of just orchestrating all this stuff that the people up front really don't even care to know about.
Like, you'd be delusional to think that Harley Pasternak is the only one running a racket like the way he does. Like, he is not a one of a kind in that industry. There are other Harley Pasternaks that we don't know their names, and we don't get to see the text conversations they have with people they manage or train. And I don't think it's totally an outlandish idea that there are exclusive, secret, or somewhat secret clubs in Hollywood, and they initiate people in occult ways. Like, I don't think that's out of nowhere. And she's out here, like, she's on TikTok throwing up the triangle sign, and she's trying to make a joke out of it, but it's like no one is even mentioning it except for you. Like, it's
wasn't she
kind of
responding
weird.
to a super chat or something like that?
She's very erratic on social media. Like, right now, her Twitter account, her profile picture on Twitter basically looks like Jared Leto's Joker.
Yep.
Her header image is her toes, like her foot, close up to the camera. Her bio says, "You're annoying, STFU." Her location, my ass. And all of her tweets are things that I can't repeat because they're awful, like so expletive, and I will get clipped.
Fart.
And then back in like Halloween season, she tweeted, "Please be quiet about the Illuminati. Everyone is finding out, and we want to keep it secret. Sorry."
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I think that's over the top.
You're going way too far to make fun of the people that are accusing you of this.
So I have a question. What are the qualifications to get into the Illuminati? How do I get in? Where do I apply?
So I can tell you about Freemasonry because I was approached and asked to be a member. And this is why
when did this happen?
Like 10 years ago.
And also, like, are you familiar with the scene that Jeffree Star was in?
I saw you guys
why he would say that he was threatened by the Illuminati?
I need to go back and watch the discussion y'all had because I saw that one of the things. I was like, shit, I should be there. But just in Freemasonry, you can only become a member if somebody else who's already a Freemason asks you and like brings you to the lodge and pitches you. So you have to be asked by someone who's already, that you can't ask to become one. From what I understand, this is what somebody told me who was a Freemason. And I went to their lodge.
So it's invitation only.
Right.
There you go, Brett.
Now
you're saying like it's a bunch of art nerds. It's a bunch of art nerds.
It's a bunch of art
People literally said the same exact thing about Balenciaga, but you're completely on the other side on that one. The truth is, it's always both.
I mean, but
it's
this
always
isn't
both and.
This isn't.
It's art nerds and intentionally evil people.
It's for her. It feels so cringy, like she's trying to make a joke out of something that is. Hey, maybe it's real. It doesn't feel real to me. It feels like a freaking joke.
I think that's her achieving the point, though.
Yeah.
What we know about it, though, is like, or at least what I think people need to realize is like, art nerds are the evil people in our society. Like they literally are palpably evil people who do and believe and participate in objectively evil things. Like there's almost no distinction left at this point. And
there's plenty of evil people in other areas.
When we see people like go to the extreme conclusions, like it kind of loses me. Like I saw this one TikTok where this girl said, when you expose the gender trap and tell them every celebrity is born the opposite gender and transitioned as sacrifice to gain fame, money, and power, and then they created the LGBT community to continue blood, physical, surgical sacrifices, but y'all ain't ready for this conversation yet. You're kind of losing me there.
Right.
But like something in the middle is true. Yeah. I know that. Like you can't tell me nothing fishy is going on in this industry.
I think a good example of that would be like when that TikTok girl with the blue hair said that Katy Perry was glitching.
Right.
During that thing.
And it's like, was her eyelash glue melting? Was she malfunctioning?
I have
because of like
my
some
own
kind of
theory that I'm going to withhold,
control.
But you know.
No, don't withhold it.
No, I'm going to withhold it because YouTube would take it down. So.
Oh, okay.
We hate YouTube sometimes.
Yeah.
Another thing I wanted to bring up though is like, remember when she was kind of a breakout hit with like pretending to be a cow?
Yeah.
She's like,
oh yeah,
holy crap! She's always been out there and like adventurous with getting attention on the internet, but
Katy Perry or Doja Cat?
How could you lose the plot so much?
Like this is the thing for me. We're in an age now where
I don't even know anything about Doja Cat.
If this was all like in an age where you're encouraged to act in the worst and most outlandish possible way on the internet because it gets you clicks, we're talking about it. So sure, maybe something in the middle is true, but I also believe that people are self-interested, and this imagery evokes a certain audience that will talk about it in a way that will drive traffic to certain sites. And like, do I believe she goes to bed at night thinking about Freemasonry and the Illuminati? No, I don't. Not for a second. I think that she's probably doing a lot of drugs, and I think she thinks this stuff's funny, and I think she's got money and means to do stuff like this. She can afford to have a lavish birthday party with a stupid theme that will get morons on the internet like us. Us is morons. We are the morons talking about it. It's fun, but I don't think that for her, I don't think there's something more nefarious going on. Balenciaga? Yes, I believe that there was a lot of evil going on with Balenciaga. But you're right. They're cut from the same cloth of the, like, she is the art nerd that just seems like she's trolling. That's different than the art nerds that are there putting dangerous, disgusting images of children sandwiched in between regular ads, right? So I feel like what it is like, it's kind of like the definition of something in the middle, right? Like the evil stuff on the other side of Balenciaga here. So the evil is on the other side here with Balenciaga. And then we've got people in the middle that are just profiting off it by making it some type of message on the internet that they can use to drive traffic to their name.
There was kind of a thread between Doja Cat and Balenciaga that I found.
Yeah.
She had her hit Say So in 2020, Carter, like if you remember that song. It was on TikTok a lot. And then that's how she became known to a lot more people. And then in her music video for that song, which, by the way, you must be like so lucky to release a pop song in late February 2020 and then go viral on TikTok. Like, good for you for that lucky timing. But in that music video, there was a very brief, almost subliminal message about the JFK assassination, where for like a split second, Doja Cat is flipping through a magazine showing the images of Jackie Kennedy crawling over the car.
Yeah.
What?
Like, and I didn't notice it the first time watching through, but that is obviously an intentional decision on the part of the people doing this music video and Doja Cat. And they plant these seeds all the time. It's Balenciaga and Doja Cat and so many other artists, this isn't new.
No, yeah.
Is it art nerds? Is it drugs? Is it joking around on the internet? Is it real secret societies? I would say all of those things and more.
It's art nerds that read a lot about secret societies that have gained influence in industries that have money and influence and power, so they end up closer. Or maybe they're making the art as like a call to try and get invited. They want to be invited to the secret. There's a great, this is a great story. I've mentioned this before. There's a show called Numbers that was on CBS between like 2006 and 2010, and it was like kind of based, like it was about a mathematician who fights crime with his FBI brother, and they have an episode about conspiracy theories where a bunch of people go to it's like a World Economic Forum group that meets in California and basically decides the future of the world. It's like all the rich people get together and decide like public policy and stuff like this. It's not portrayed that simply, but the leader of the group, he's like, we're just civic-minded people who want to see the world do better. And it's totally supposed to it was like Klaus Schwab before Klaus Schwab was like a thing. And they talk about, in the episode, they actually have a thing where two of the characters are arguing about the Kennedy assassination. And they talk about how at the end they just give up on it because it's like they don't want it to ruin their friendship.
Yeah.
Like, because one's like, there couldn't have been a person on the grassy knoll. It's like, there can only be one shooter. And the other guy's like, So they take opposite ends. At the end, they just decide their friendship matters more than arguing about this thing that and let's face it, the only thing that there was a Dean Hegland or Hadland, whatever, the guy from the X-Files who was one of the lone gunmen, had a quote that he was talking about when he did a thing with Kumail Nanjiani on the X-Files podcast. He goes, the sad truth of being a conspiracy theorist is like, if you're right, the only thing you get is an "I told you so."
Right. I mean,
that's all you get. Like, it's like I know this big conspiracy theory. It's all true. It proves to be true, and all you get is "told you." Like
I think conspiracy theorists at the end of the day are actually idealists, and they want the things that they are saying to be false.
Right.
They do. And the people that vehemently deny those things are the most scared.
Yeah. Well, it's like, and let's face it, if you look up, if there's one idea that's been completely destroyed by media culture, it's the idea of conspiracy theories, because now literally everything,
even the term,
I know.
Literally now. So I'm saying, like, if you look up conspiracy theories, it's like vaccines are good for you, vaccines are bad for you. Like, it's everything
the
is a
moon
conspiracy.
landing.
Yeah. Well, no, that's like that is like an example of like an actual thing. Like, I'm talking about things that are like, are there drag queens at schools? It's a conspiracy. Like, literally everything is a conspiracy theory.
Yeah, but I think that
because it's used to dilute the information that you're presented. Thanks for watching this clip, guys. If you want to see full episodes or follow us on social media, links are in the description below. Bye.